man. Hey folks, just trying this again with video stabilization turned on. I realized it was so bouncy the other day that I couldn't post any video because I don't want to make anyone throw up if they actually watched it. But I'm going to do a little bit of video walking through the park here. Right now we're currently in Baker Park. We're going to be heading over across the Stony Trail Bridge over to Bowness. I'm going to stop talking. There's a gentleman walking over here. Morning, how you doing?
Yeah, nice day again.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I've been doing this like almost every day, this walk, so you get to kind of get to know, not really know people, but you know, you meet the regulars. So here, if you haven't watched any of these bouncy videos, we're in Baker Park. This is a little circle path they have in the middle. This park is a very manicured park. It's kind of the sign of the times when these grounds were originally laid out, just shortly after World War I. There was a sanitarium for people with tuberculosis and, well, soldiers with tuberculosis and ones that were had lung issues due to mustard gas attacks during the war. They had really nice grounds, manicured grounds. It was actually apparently a very posh hospital for what it was for its time. And these manicured grounds are kind of reminiscent of Victorian parks, but I guess it would be Edwardian times. I just got this information from signs in the park. The only reason I'm walking this loop here is A, to show you it. Plus it kind of pads my walk, gives me a few extra K, because I was a little under my 6K. I usually do 6K. Howard and I did not a slightly shorter walk, but just you end up cutting a few steps here and there sometimes, accidentally. So this circle in the middle is great for adding a few extra steps. Looks kind of neat on a map too, because all of a sudden you get this concentric circle when you look at it. Over to the left here, well, here we have, I should have passed the other one, I should have stopped. Bench with a dedication to somebody's dog. Back there was another one that I missed. It was to a black poodle by the name of Draken. There is a conveniently located washroom, which has a fountain that has nice cold water. You map Baker Park if you wanted to. If you're really interested, you could hit pause on the video. One of the many benches in these parks. So this park is really manicured. Next park that we're going to be hitting when we get there is going to be Bowness. Really big park. It used to be, I guess Calgarians used to go out there and rent cabins up until I think the 50s. It was far enough out of town. We're now just coming back on the path that we started at. Well, started up onto the loop here. Noise is a large lawnmower. They're probably one of the last mowings of the lawn this season. Maybe not, actually. Baker Park has a disc golf course. I think it's 9 holes, but I'm not sure. I think it's at least 9 holes. We're approaching on the right-hand side. This is the first tee. You want to pause and learn the rules of disc golf if you don't know it? Here's your tee number 1. Let's see. Par 4, 456 feet. We're coming back onto the path here. And when we go here, I'm going to turn left. We're going to repeat a little bit of our steps. We're going to head towards the Greenway South and Beaumont Park. At first, I was saying we're going to go over to Bowness first, but I thought we'll go left. I'll give you a view of the Sun Bowl, which we just walked past. The Sun Bowl is actually a spot where in the summer and spring and that you see a lot of weddings or photo shoots for weddings. I'm going to stop talking when I go past this guy up here that's smoking, but give you an idea. There was the statue we passed earlier here. Here's the Sun Bowl. More benches. Most of these, I won't say most, but a lot of these benches actually have dedication plaques. You can pay so much to get a plaque put up for your loved one or your dog or whatever it might be. Tilt the camera over to the left here so you can walk past. The top of the Sun Bowl. We just came from over here. It's early fall, but the flowers are still doing okay. We haven't had a freezing frost. We haven't had a frost or anything yet.
Total distance 6.44 kilometers. Total time 1 hour 19 minutes and 46 seconds. Split pace 14 minutes 7 seconds per kilometer.
If you'd like to know a little bit about the grounds here. Again, feel free to press pause if you want. Here we have another statue by that Leo Mole of the two cubs. Sorry about that. Just distracted by shiny things. We're actually going to head towards the Beaumont Park or Beaumont Environmental Protection Park, whatever it's called. Some view. Do some adjustments on my screen here, folks. Sorry about this. Gonna pause for a moment. So hopefully this video won't be nearly as bouncy. I didn't have the image stabilization on for some reason before. And when you're walking, well, you get the bounce of the walk, of your stride. So we are reaching the edge of Baker Park. And it would be kind of sort of a middle area between the two, between Baker and Beaumont, just along the path. A little interstitial area, maybe it's called, between parks. Maybe using that word incorrectly. coming away. Slightly overcast today, but it's actually a nice temperature for walking. The noise you hear off the distance is a freight train. There's a track that goes along the side of the park here and crosses the river. We'll be seeing that bridge, that train bridge, in a little bit. Actually, two of them. Same track, just two parts of the river has the bridge. Said it is, well, it's September 13th today, so we have a bit of, well, it's fall, early fall, so we got some leaves on the ground here, trees turning yellow, still a lot of green left though, as you can see down below there. I wish you could smell how good it smells right now though. I don't really like winter at all, but I sure do like fall. Currently, if anyone's wondering, at 6.9 kilometers. I didn't record the first 5.85 kilometers. That was my first loop I did with my friend Howard. And I had things to do, so I headed off. And this way I can do this without disturbing them. Over here, I don't know if that'll show up very well in the video. We've got some choke cherries. They're actually, I mean, they're bitter, but at the same time, they are kind of tasty. A lot of the more common berries we have in here, though, are from dogwood. I don't know if the berries are called dogwood berries. I think they are. Nice white color. They're not actually toxic, apparently, but they've got so many tannins in them, they taste toxic. Thank you. I love when bicycles use the bell. I'm supposed to. Makes me happy. I'll try to keep to the right, and you use your bell. We'll respect each other. As for these choke cherries, if you've never had them before, they are actually a member of the cherry family. They're small, as you can see there. Don't just hit 7K. They have a large pit, and they are bitter, but there's a little bit of sweetness to them too, especially when they're this ripe. When you do find you're spitting out pits, I'm just hoping each one of those pits turn into another choke cherry tree. So right here, you can see up there, we're not going to be crossing there. That is a bridge. I believe it's the 85th Street Bridge. It goes from, well, just off of Nose Hill Drive over to Boness Park. Now we will be in Boness Park. We're taking a walk bridge, a little bit more walk, because we got to go through the Beaumont Park pathway. Open 24/7. No, well, not really 24/7, but bridge here. Beautiful Bow River. It really is a beautiful river, and nice and clean too, especially for a major city. As you can see the clouds there. We do have an overcast day, but it's just perfect for walking. We're just approaching Beaumont now. Beaumont Natural Environment Park. That's the full term I was looking for. I'll pull up the sign here so you can read it if you want. Again, you probably have to pause if you were interested in that. So if you want, we're not walking through the whole park. There you go. Back on the path. Make sure we're not getting run over by a bike. Some river access right here. I'll walk down to the river, give you a better view, and a view of that bridge from the other side. There we go. School bus crossing the bridge. Heading the other way, the way that we're walking. Dogwood and dogwood berries. We have a lot of also the wild rose bushes, and I guess it's rose hip or something like that. Not sure. I haven't shown you any of those. So here we are at the beginning of the Beaumont Natural Environment Park. Got a real nice canopy of trees here. We do have a couple spots that are a little wide open. They're actually doing some sort of wildlife reclamation, fixing up the banks and stuff like that. Renaturalization of parts that have been damaged. One's coming up right here, actually. It's pretty barren, but it's probably going to look amazing when it's done. Sitting over here, I just want to keep people off while it's restored. Looks like maybe even a slide there at some point, maybe a mudslide or something, but I don't know. There's some beautiful scenery down here. Another park I like to walk every once in a while is called Fish Creek Park, which is a much larger park in the south part of Calgary. Southeast of Calgary. Sorry. Also, sorry for me giving you wrong information. That's the southwest of Calgary. Currently in the northwest, where I reside. Calgary, if you've never been to Calgary, it's just an absolutely gorgeous city. We're just a little over an hour from the mountains, from the Rocky Mountains. About an hour and 45 minutes or so to get to Banff. But even where we are ourselves, just a beautiful, without leaving the city, it's a beautiful place. Apparently a great place you need to go for a walk, because I've been doing this for a while now. A lot of times we do walks at night. We started doing that in the summer when it was just, it was just cooler at night. You're not sweating the whole time. And then we just kind of get used to walking when it was quiet, so we're still doing it. Now it gets dark a lot easier. These parks officially close at 11, well, the path never really closes. But if you were parked in the parking lots of either of them, you would find yourself possibly locked in for the night with your car. At those times, I just park out on the street. Now, it's not too bad right now, but Calgary is having a huge aphid bloom this last couple weeks because we had wet weather followed by kind of warm weather. Now, right now, it is a little cool. Not much of a problem, but a couple of them are coming out, starting to bug me a little bit. You hear me doing that, I'm just blowing aphids out of my face. Tell you what though, if you're picky and you're a keto, just get on a bike and drive through these parks in the middle of the day with your mouth open. Free meal. Almost all protein. Kidding, folks. Unless that's your thing. Alright, so we're going to be coming up to one of the first bridges we cross going this way. It's just a small bridge over a little diversion on the river. It's also a place where people bring their dogs quite often. So this is a little chilly today, so not as many dogs in the park. And you'll also see the first of the 2 train bridges I was talking about. A little information there. Just coming along, you can see that first bridge. I'm just going to walk a little farther than I normally do down that side path. I don't normally go down there at all. And we'll be backtracking here a little bit too. So we will be heading down there. First, I'm just going to head down here for just a little bit, give you a better view of this bridge. There's a little blip in the video there. It's because I accidentally hit the stop button. Hey, here we go. We're not crossing this bridge here, but we'll be crossing that one right there. Usually when it's warmer, there are people, especially at this time. We're just before 10 a.m. Usually people with their dogs out here. I'm sure as the day warms up, it's supposed to get about 21, 22 degrees Celsius today. There'll be more dogs out. To the bridge quick before we have people in front of me. All right, here we go. Get a bit of a view as we go past. And then there we go. So I apologize for the bumpy video, but I'm walking. I'm not using a GoPro or anything. Just holding my phone. I am going to try to either get a GoPro or a reasonable quality knockoff of the GoPro, if there's such thing. If you have any suggestions and you're actually watching this, let me know. Morning. Hey, buddies. Hello. Oh, geez, scared me. It's all good. Take a quick walk down to the river here. The lady had a dog that was in the bushes that I didn't notice. The one that I said good morning to. That was a startle. Cute dog. Wish you got it. It was a golden retriever. All right. We will be continuing down this path in a bit, but I'm going to take a jog off to the right here. Not jog, but turn off to the right here. Show you another part of the river. Oh. Interested? Hit pause. Another little part of the river here along the shore. Another very popular place to bring dogs, and it's just really nice. keep saying that, but it is a gorgeous river. Okay, to show you how clear the river is over here too. So, that first bridge there, we're going to be walking across. The black bridge behind there is the other train bridge I was talking about. And here we go, down to the shore. How clear that is, folks. That is a really nice river. I just say you can do a lot worse than living in Calgary. for more than one reason too. Just hit 8K on my walk today. About 2 and a little bit of our walk. Now I'm gonna pause for a moment, but I will come right back. Sorry for the blip there. There's a guy that I see down here once in a while and I talk to him. He doesn't like being on camera, but his name's David. He's a special needs guy, but he's a real
Total distance 8.05 kilometers. Total time 1 hour 43 minutes and 56 seconds. Split pace 15 minutes 1 second per kilometer.
Sorry. Sorry about that interruption there, but there's how far I've been walking. But he's a really nice guy. I believe he's special needs. He doesn't want to be on camera. He's got a beautiful German Shepherd, though. I'll always stop and say hi to him. Oh, got some people jogging with their dog here. Just gonna stop. It's all good. You're faster than me, so I'll hold. What a good-looking dog.
Yeah, she's
Hi, sweetheart.
in the water.
Yeah. She knows where it is too. Got a couple more plaques up here. If you want to read about what's going on here once again, I'll put that there. Hopefully it's in focus enough and you can pause it if you want. Anything on this side? We're about to cross the Beaumont Bridge. Built in 1989 by the city of Calgary. Hit the wrong button again. Crossing the Beaumont Bridge. That's the second train bridge.
Pigeons.
Yep. I mean, it must be amazing life when you can smell everything around you.
Oh, yeah. Good and bad.
Exactly. Well, yeah, I never thought about the bad part. All right. So we go up here. We go into the right. And there is a sort of a lane, it seems. It goes between a row of hedges and a row of houses. Really 2 rows of houses, but one's blocked off completely by hedges. When it's warmer out, speaking of those aphids earlier, I call this aphid alley. Now, the reason why the path actually veers away from the river's edge on this side, we've now crossed the Bow River. It's because the properties here go right to the river's edge. So if you were to go along the edge, you'd be trespassing. That's not nice. On the other side of the river there, it was already publicly owned land when it was turned into a huge park. So that wasn't an issue. But the banks are a lot higher on that side though. So it's harder just to walk down for most of it. Well, except for where we just did there. Now we've had a lot of humidity. We have a lot of fungus growth right now. Calgary's normally a very dry city. but we've had, for Calgary at least, quite a bit of rain. This isn't unpleasant at all, but like I said, when it's warm out, so many aphids in this one stretch. We're going to be coming up onto the street here. We're now in the neighborhood of Bowness. Bowness used to be a town on its own. Eventually became part of Calgary. When you drive down into sort of Main Street Bowness on Bowness, I guess Bowness Avenue or whatever it is, Bowness Road, it actually feels like a downtown. Alright. Some work going on down there. And we go up here about a block and a half. Really nice places up here. Just kind of whispering here because, you know, guy walking through the street talking to himself. That's always great. We're coming up on a little park that we're going to be crossing through to get back on the path going through the river. Oh, there's a lady. I don't know her name, but I've met her before. She's got a really nice dog, golden retriever. Stop and scratch my leg. I'd say we added that in post, but there's no we, and there's not much post. Morning. How you doing today?
Pretty good, how are you?
Good. I didn't want to sneak right up on you there. So.
I had to put my winter pants on.
Yeah, just trying to burn off some fat here. So. Have a great day. There we go, another little bridge going across the stream here. And that dumps out right into the Bow River. And this path here will lead us to Bowness Park. This is a nice little area too. Well, I keep saying that. The whole 3 parks that we walked through, really nice. By we, I'm not talking about myself as plural. I'm usually walking with either my buddy Mitch or my buddy Howard. Take a quick look over here, and you can see where we crossed. Hopefully that shows up nicely. If not, I could probably insert some photos. Once again, I don't do a lot of posting and stuff. It's just connect the bits together and post it on YouTube. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
How are you doing today?
Good.
Good. Excellent, thank you. Another group of walkers that I see quite regularly when we walk in the morning. Yeah, some more of that dogwood. Don't eat that stuff. It tastes like crap. Might be some way to prepare it, but it tastes like crap. These are the other ones here. I think they are from Wild Rose. Now, definitely correct me if you want. I don't care. But hey, the more I know. Now, they have seen bears in this part of the park, or actually this neighborhood, Boness, and in the park. So as we enter Boness a little farther up here, you're going to see one of the signs, maybe two of the signs, warning that bears have been seen in the area. For the most part, you respect bears, give them their distance, and always give them their distance. They're bears. You're not going to have any problems. The big thing is if you surprise one, you're both going to be surprised, right? Well, most likely the bear's going to run away. I know I would run away. But if you get too close and surprise him, like if you just come around a corner, he's there eating berries, and you're just listening to your iPhone or something like that, or a podcast, whatever, might smack you. We got a bike coming up here, so I'm going to stop talking.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Morning, guys.
Morning.
See, this path's a little skinnier. I don't mind going out to the side if I see guys coming on a bike. I don't really have to. I could have just shoot off a little bit. But hey, there's a little respect. Plus, me resting for a few seconds is not terrible at this point. We're, what are we at here for kilometers? 9.10 kilometers. So, about a little under 3.5 for the park that you folks have been here for. If there's anyone watching this, I keep saying that, but hey, I don't want to be egotistical. Plus, it's a walk. It's kind of boring. Some really nice trees here, like really big, old trees. I believe these are cottonwoods. At least that's what I would guess, because that'd be your most prevalent tree along the riverbanks and the prairies. And I think I remember reading in school that they actually need floods to reproduce. Now, I don't know if that's true. That's one of those vague memories that I think I remember from school. Remember that more than trigonometry. What? All right, so if we went that way, I believe we go deeper into Boness. We're not heading that way. And Boness, the neighborhood. We're going to be heading into Boness, the park, which is Boness Park, which is a very beautiful park. There's quite a few amenities too. There's some parts that look very natural, like what we've just went through here, and other parts, well, most of it is sort of a picnicky area. During the summer months, they have a nice train that actually goes through the park. It's like $5 a person or $10 for a family of 4. And they also have a wading pool, and there's some ponds where you can rent canoes and stuff like that. Canoes, paddle boats, and kayaks. I'm gonna stop talking here. Hello. Now, the most scenic part of the walk is walking down this path here along the river. The part that I normally walk, though, is this way because it's a wider circle, so I get more steps. So we're gonna walk that one, and then the next time I do this, and hopefully I'll have a better setup, which I don't think I will. I can't see that in the next foreseeable future. I'll walk maybe that inside loop where you go along the river the whole way. So here we go. I haven't seen one yet in the park, and we've come here like almost every day, but they're definitely here. Now the other park that I walk with my buddy Manfred is Fish Creek Park, and we only walk a small part of it because it is a very large park, and we haven't seen a bear there yet. But there is bear scat everywhere, and you can tell bear scat. It looks like a turd full of berry seeds. That's the way you can describe it. But it's a larger park. It is actually more. It borders a large reserve, and at the same time, it's just more natural, less manicured park. Go up here, I'll show you the wading pool, which is no longer open, but it hasn't been drained yet. Well, just not open because the season's over. Great place to bring your kids, I guess. There's been a couple times where I've just wanted to just come in and just put my feet in there. You know, usually sell snacks and stuff like that. Some more information. This is the bonus side here. There's washrooms. And then, I was just telling you about that little railroad. It's a railroad crossing. Train does stop at this part of the park too, so you can get off with your kids at the pool or probably get on. We're going to walk along the track for just a little bit here. Insert train noises. Off to our left, we'll be approaching one of the ponds here. These man-made ponds at Bowness. Got some people floating on a nice inflatable raft out there right now. And then the people whose property comes right up against the back here, I mean, they have access to this all the time. There's some stairwells in the back coming down to the river, not the river, to the pond, so they don't have to leave their house. You'll see their canoes in that. On the other side. This is really neat. These folks are actually working here, like doing maintenance, cleaning up garbage and that. Some ducks in the background. And looking over towards the little. Sorry, hit the wrong button again. Looking over to the docks over there, you can see a building. That's a restaurant. I think it's called the Seasons in Bowness, something like that. I'm talking quiet because, because. Shot there, and then there's like a little channel that connects to the other pond, and there's two ponds connected by channels on both sides. I'm gonna stop talking, let people get there. We got the coolest dog in the park coming up. See him all the time. And this is where you actually rent the boats up here. This park is much quieter than it normally is, but normally it's a little warmer out. To me, this is a perfect temperature for walking, though. Could be raining, it'd be nice. Pause here.
Total distance 9.66 kilometers. Total time 2 hours 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Split pace 12 minutes 39 seconds per kilometer.
All right. Now we're going to be crossing over the bridge going over that little channel connecting these two ponds on the other side. We'll walk down here to the docks. If there's people there, I won't say anything, but hello. Here's right by the main train station. This is a nice little classy restaurant here in Bonus Park, as they call it, casual fine dining. Seasons of Bonus Park. Then we'd like to take a look at the menu here. You can pause that if you so choose to read it. Really conveniently placed public washroom, little store, some pretty good coffee, snacks. I only stopped there once because I felt guilty thinking, I'm doing this job, this walking to lose weight, and I sit down and have a muffin that's like half the calories I burn or more in one walk. It's probably a dumb way to look at it, but I'm trying to lose some weight, get in better shape. At the same time, I just really like this walk. Here we have another washroom. Got a few of these in the park. Now these are seasonal. They close up in October. Just hit 10 kilometers. So you've been around here for 4.15 if you watch the whole thing. Alright, so here's a big parking lot for access to this park, Bonus Park. Where you come in from the main street. Ways. Much quieter than usual. But also kids are in school too now. And this is Friday morning. The 13th of September, 2019. So yeah, this is the path we're going to be taking. And walk through the park along this way. There's a little channel on this side. A lot of people take their canoes and kayaks in here too. It's nice and quiet. There's almost no flow, or very low flow, I should say. So if you're wanting to learn something like that and you want very calm water to learn on, that's a great place. It's not very deep either. More of the parking lot. And this fills up in, in a nice sunny day on the weekend during the summer. Because all the picnic spots have little barbecues. The bigger ones actually have fire pits. So you come down here, you can book the sites too. Daylight today, you wouldn't have to book a site unless you needed a big site for a function or something like that. But you don't see as much of that during the fall. Lots of birds in the park, actually. Especially tons of chickadees and nuthatches. Chickadees are pretty bold. Same with the nuthatches. They'll just like land on you sometimes if you stand still. Not hearing too many right now in this section of the park, though. There's a nice little playground there if you have some kids. They need to burn off some energy or just... Oh, I'll stop talking. Oh. It widens out a little bit. There's access on the side here. Well, you could access anywhere along the way, but good access to the side. We'll be walking past here. On the side, there's a paved path there. I just like walking along here. It's quieter and it's slightly wider, so you get a little bit longer walk. It's measurable, though. And speaking of picnic sites, this one here, at least during the summer at this time, almost every day it was the same group of folks. They get here in the mid-morning and have a little fire going and eat. Lots of food. Oh, it was always the same group though, but now that it's cooled off, not as much. And we're coming to one of my favorite parts of the path here in Bonehouse. I just like the way this looks here. To me, this feels like I'm not even in the city in this part, but we are very much in the city. You can hear the noise of the city all around. It's another nice reason to come at night too. It's quieter. Well, it's still very peaceful right now. The side here is kind of a nice little scene, I guess. I don't know. Kind of like the way it is. And the water's a nice green with the way the light is right now. It's not a dirty green, it's clean. There's nice lighting, some nice reflections there. And let's continue. Got a couple walking up here. I'm not going to say them. We're going to go past them. And currently at 10.48 kilometers. Again, you've been along for about 4 1/4 of those right now. Morning. Morning. doing that, running. Did a little bit last week. I gotta add some more to my routine. Let's get some nice views over here. I find this part of the park just amazing during the golden hour in the morning and in the evening. You get that light hitting everything, that golden light just hitting everything at just the right angle, and just changes everything. But it's also nice right now when you get this diffused light, diffused sunlight. Like here, like, look at that color. You can hear the chickadees. Maybe I can get one under my hand here. Hit the wrong button again, but let's see if we can get a Disney moment here. There we go. There we go. Told you these guys are pretty bold. That was a chickadee. Did have a nuthatch there ready to jump on, but the chickadees are a little bit more bold than the nuthatches. That was kind of cool. I was able to get that on video there for you folks. Love those chickadees, actually. Well, yeah, by the way, call me a Disney princess there. It was a Disney princess moment for you. Live. Well, not live, but you know what I mean. When you stop, you feel the chill, so let's keep moving. There we go, so I'm just booting through the park. That's actually illegal in the parks here, gas-powered bike, but still kind of cool. If you are wondering, these paths are, even though it seems like a walk path, it is mostly a walk path. They are, sorry, there's people walking by on the other side there. They are a shared path, so you're going to be people on bikes and people walking this way. So what I like to do is try to stay to the right, which you should anyways. And then when people riding their bikes, you ring their bell as they go past, and a little bit of respect for each other, and I think it works out great. It's been a good morning. There hasn't been very many people on the path at all, though, either walking or on bike. That guy ringing the bell in the background, they're on the path off over to the right. And the bicyclists that I have seen have been ringing their bell, and the people I've seen walking have been pretty much staying over to the right. So we can coexist, folks. Let's see, a little bit of Stony Trail Bridge there. We're actually going to be crossing on the walk bridge underneath of that. It's going to get noisy when we do go over the bridge because they are actually twinning Stony Trail, which that's what goes across the bridge, Stony Trail. And they're twinning it, part of the circle route in Calgary, so a lot of noise. 10.93 kilometers, so coming up on the 11K mark. And me being a sci-fi / Star Wars nerd, don't get me wrong, I love Trek too. So this part kind of reminds me a little bit of the Moons of Endor. The Moon of Endor, sorry. That I don't normally do. I missed a few steps there, folks. Didn't realize I'd stopped the camera. But here we are. We're at the end of Bowness Park, or the start, depending on where you your perspective. Here we are in a little bit. It's a man-made bit that just juts out into the river, and we'll show you the view from here. It's quite pretty. There you go. That's the Mighty Bow River once again. And we're going to be crossing the river right away under the Stony Trail Bridge. Keep hitting the wrong button there. Keep shutting off. We hope you got some of that walk across the bridge. So we just got to the end of the bridge. I had to turn right, and now we're in the last quarter of the walk here. Currently sitting at about 11.63 kilometers. So we'll be ending just a little over 12. I don't think I'll have to pad the walk, which is where I add extra steps to it. But I showed you that at the beginning in that circle route. That's one of the places we do that. When I say we, it's me and my buddy walking, or buddies walking. I mean, who wants to really end the walk at 11.87 or say 9.93? You want to get to that next kilometer, maybe a little bit over. Sorry about the high noise levels. This is that water pumping station here I showed from the bridge. So this fence here is normal. The orange fencing over here is not normal, just while they're doing both parts of the bridge and upgrades to river access. I'm going to stop talking to people coming up on the left. Alright, well, I keep hitting the wrong buttons here and shutting the camera off. Christ, I keep turning the camera off there, folks. Sorry, I keep hitting that shutter button with my hand here, turning off the camera. Right, so there, the Stony Trail Bridge we just crossed. Missed couple of minutes, or a minute or two of video there. It's not an ideal setup, and you'll probably notice that if you are still watching or have been watching any of this. It's gonna be pretty bouncy. I'm just holding on to my phone and doing this, so hopefully soon I'll have like a GoPro or GoPro-like device with good image stabilization. I'm hoping this isn't gonna be too bad, because I tried this a couple of times and I didn't realize my phone's image stabilization was turned off. I'm watching, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get sick, not from the content but from the bouncing. So where we are now is we've crossed the river, Bow River, over from Bowness, and we're back in Baker Park. As you can see, there's one of the holes for frisbee golf or disc golf. There's a player right there. Keep going though. Look both ways, so I'll get run over by a bicyclist. It's like let's see if we can get another moment here. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for playing along. We're really looking for food right now too, because it's gonna start getting cold, but there's quite a few berries in the trees and stuff like that, and also people that don't mind feeding these little guys. You're not supposed to though. So guy lurking in the bush over here on the left hand side. Well, on the right hand side they'd be in the river. Across there is Bowness Park, where we walked through. Way over there is a bridge that we walked under twice, 85th Street Bridge, both going and coming back. And by the way, we're just a little over 12 kilometers right now, but we are almost done the walk. Oh, I'll show you something that we have in these parks too. We've got boxes for bats. They call bat boxes. It gives them a place where they can hole up. That's by the Scouts. It's pretty cool. Couple on the bench are just doing just what I was doing there, but they were nice. They had seed for the birds, not just fooling them. And he just had a nuthatch lying on his hand while they were walking past there. Although you don't think it showed that showed up in cabin. They're pretty tiny. And some jogger coming up on the left. But we are really almost done here. If you look across there, folks, I'll see if I can zoom in. Zooming sucks in there. But over there in the distance is the washroom, or that washroom that's on the side of that circle path we want. How you doing? Yeah. Hopefully one of these days I'm going to be too busy running to make a video like this, but at the same time it was kind of fun. I really hope this shows up. I really hope this turned out okay. Not quite signing off yet, but looking up to that first bear statue that we saw. I'm going to take you right to the center of the bowl. That's Any bowl, I can't remember what it's called. This is that path we had just come down, where that circle path was. And we're approaching the playing Cubs, a statue by Leo Mull. It's a bronze statue. I don't know anything about the artist, but I'm sure I could look that up. Sorry, the way I'm holding the phone there, actually, it's quite easy for me to hit the screen and shut things off. Okay, so we're going to walk down into this area here, give you a little bit better view. So we started up there, right in that middle part. That's, you see the green railing? Stop for a moment. We started right there. And this is a very popular place for both wedding ceremonies and just the photo ops and that too. They come down here for wedding photos. Now, it is early fall, but we haven't had a killing frost yet, so these flowers, of course, are still looking pretty nice. But every day farther into September we get, it's like playing roulette for these flowers. They're gonna be just a matter of time. Not to be morbid, but I mean, this is not a tropical country. So once again, there's a Stony Trail Bridge. We crossed that just a little while ago. Over there we have Bonus Park. Now that path that people are walking on there, we were farther over. We were on the other edge of the park because I wanted to get a little bit bigger circle. So if we do this again, I'll probably walk that path so you get a view. It's a prettier view. Although I didn't mind where we were. So that's it. Here we go. Walking along here. What we'll do is we'll go up to the second statue of the two Cubs. We also saw that, and then we'll walk back up to that to this bull, and then I think we'll sign off. Now there's like probably in total maybe about 2 minutes of the walk that I didn't get. I'm thinking only that much, just from not noticing my fat hands had actually hit the stop record button a couple times. Those spots should be pretty obvious though. We have a magpie up here, kind of skittish. This one's not too, so he must be pretty young. Hey buddy, how you doing? Hello. Cool. I wouldn't trust me either. It's actually been a really nice walk today. Alright, now here we go. Second or first of the statues, depending on which way you were heading from. Good view all the way around here. Or as good as I can do. My damn shaky cam that you folks have put up with. Awesome. And we are almost done. Magpie. A lot of people hate magpies. I actually like them a lot. Intelligent member of the crow family. They're not a crow, but they are a member of the same family. I guess corvids, I guess. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Another thing I didn't point out too, most of the garbage cans you'll see in these parks actually are bear-proof garbage cans. You saw that sign on the other side at the park. You'll know why. Alright, there's that noisy lawnmower again. And this, my friends, is where we started this. Alright, hopefully somebody actually watched this. Have a great day, folks. That was just a little over 6 kilometer walk through Baker, Beaumont, and Bowness Parks, looping back to Baker Park. Have a great day.